Hello everyone, this is Lalita Singh and you are going to study Science with me in class 8. Today we are discussing third part of chapter 17 that is called Stars and the Solar System. Okay, in previous two videos we have learned about the moon, about phases of moon, about surface of moon, stars like sun, pole star, constellation. Okay, and we have learned about different planet as well, like Mercury, Venus, and Earth. About Earth, we have studied that. This is the beautiful picture of the Earth. You can see. Very beautiful. Okay. About Earth, we have learned that Earth is having life because of the several factor which is only present on the Earth, like distance from the sun is adequate, optimum, so that it can receive optimum sunlight, it can receive optimum heat. Earth is having water, Earth is having atmosphere, right? Earth is also having a layer of ozone in the outermost region of the atmosphere, which absorb the solar radiation and filter the sun rays before it enter into the earth atmosphere. Earth is also having gravity to keep all the object on the earth, to keep the atmosphere on the earth. These are all the qualities of the earth which help the life to sustain on it, right? Earth is slightly tilted from its axis, that is why the season change on the earth. Now next is we are talking about Mars. This is the picture of Mars. Okay, this is the second picture and very clear picture of Mars. See over here, this is how the Mars look like. Mars is the second nearest planet to the Earth and it is very first planet which is present in the outer side of the orbit of the Earth. It is fourth planet in our planetary system. Understood? It is the fourth planet, means after Mercury, Venus, Earth, this is the fourth planet in our planetary system. The Mars is often called red planet. I'm sure you know the reason why, because of its red appearance from the sky. The atmosphere of Mars contain basically carbon dioxide and small quantity of nitrogen and argon. It is having a thin atmosphere with occasional dust storm. The Mars is also having two natural satellite, or we can say moon. Okay, and name of those natural satellite is Phobos and Deimos. Okay, the average temperature on Mars vary from minus 63 degrees centigrade to 20 degrees centigrade. There are so far no traces of life has been found, but we are still looking for the possibility of life on Mars, because whenever we think about life on space, the Mars is the only planet which is having suitable, more or less little bit suitable conditions. So we suspect that life may be possible on Mars, and that is why we are looking forward to it. The next planet is Jupiter. So class, this is the picture of Jupiter. Okay, this planet is next to Mars, means after Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, this is the planet which is called Jupiter. It is the largest planet in our solar system. It is easily seen from the Earth because of its appearance quite bright in the sky. Its volume is approximately 1400 times and mass is approximately 318 times of the Earth. It has gaseous composition having a mixture of hydrogen, helium, methane, ammonia. Okay, and it has mainly faint ring around it. It is at a large distance from the sun and it radiates out double amount of the heat it receives from the sun. Thus, its temperature is always remain in the negative range. Okay, the temperature is about minus 124 degrees centigrade to minus 13 degrees centigrade. It means always cold. Jupiter has been so far detected with 63 natural satellites revolving around it. Okay, 63 natural satellite can be seen revolving around the Jupiter. It is kind of too big. Okay, how much big it is? It is about 1400 times. It means that 1300 Earth can get inserted into the pouch as big as Jupiter. Understood? This is the This is how big Jupiter is. The next is Saturn. See over here, this is Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet of our solar system. In Roman mythology, its name means god of agriculture. It appears to be flattened when viewed from the earth through a telescope. The rocks in the Saturn are 75% icy hydrogen and 25% icy helium, means it is also too cold. Okay, with the traces of water. Galileo Galilei was the first person to observe the Saturn with the help of telescope in 1610. It has 34 moon and nearly 8 prominent ring around it. Its ring were its unique property. It has not seen in any other planet up to now, right? They are having unique ring feature which is making it different from other. Okay, now Saturn has the least density among all the planets. Its density is even less than that of water. Density of the Saturn is too less. Okay, now what happened, class? We have studied about 8 planets. Saturn was the sixth planet, whereas now we are going to study about Uranus, that is the seventh planet of our solar system. Uranus is the first planet discovered in modern time. It is almost featureless planet in visible light. It has about 27 known moon and also a few rings around it. It mainly consists of ice rocks of hydrogen and helium. Means these four planet, which is present over here, they are basically very cold, and that is why they are icy cold, and they are having icy rock of hydrogen and helium. The rotation of Uranus is also unusual, that is, like Venus, it also rotates from east to west. Means if you will stand on the Venus or if you will stand on Uranus, the earth will rise in west, okay, and it will move toward east. Understood? It will move toward east, or it will appears to be moving toward east. Understood? Why? Because Uranus is also revolving and rotating in different direction than the earth, and that is the peculiar feature of Uranus. The most interesting and distinct feature of Uranus is its highly tilted rotational axis, due to which it appears to roll on its side while moving on its orbit. You can see over here, Uranus is revolving around the sun. While revolving around the sun, they rotate in such a manner that it appears to be rolled on its side while moving in its orbit. Okay, now next is Neptune. This is Neptune. The planet is named after Roman god of sea. Okay, it appears blue in color and is typically gas planet. Its prominent feature is great dark spot in the southern hemisphere. Neptune can be easily seen with the help of telescope or strong binocular. It mainly consists of ice rock of hydrogen and helium. It is the fourth largest planet of our solar system and has 13 known moon. Okay, it is having 13 known moon. Now we have talked about moons. Moons are the natural satellite which is present in the night sky, which revolve around the planet. Okay, so these are about the things, like we have talked up to Neptune. Okay, now class, there are two kind of planet. All these 8 planets can be distinguished into two kind of planet. One which is closer to the sun are having smaller orbit, right? One which is closer to the sun is having smaller orbit. So in that case, what will happen? The 4 planet which are closer to the sun, okay, the 4 planets which are closer to the sun are known as terrestrial planets. See over here, these 4 planets over here which is closer to the sun are having smaller orbit, okay, and they are also very dense in condition. Okay, so these are called terrestrial planet. What is terrestrial planet? The first four planet which are nearer to the sun are having solid crust on them and are called terrestrial planet. Okay, so what do we call these rest of four planet over here? These four planet which are present in the outer side of the solar system, okay, or we can say they are exterior member of the solar system. They are known as Jovian planet because the Jovian planet is a gaseous planet. Okay, the four planet which is present in the outer side of the solar system are very far away from the sun, so they are icy cold gaseous, and that is why they are known as Jovian planet. Okay, what are the four which is considered as Jovian planet? The four one is first Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. You can see that the size difference between the inner planet and the outer planet, or we can say terrestrial planet and Jovian planet. Terrestrial planet are all small in size, whereas Jovian planets are big in size. Understood, class? Now next is other important members of our solar system. The first one that we are going to discuss is asteroid. You can see there is a ring like structure which is present, okay, which is present, and they are separating Mars from Jupiter. In between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter there lie lots of stony structure which is floating in the sky, okay, in between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Okay, just see what are they called? They are called asteroid. See, this rock like structure are present in between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter, which is separating the inner planet from the outer planet. Understood? They are separating the Jovian planet from terrestrial planet. The inside of the planet are known as terrestrial planet, whereas the members of solar system which is present in the outer region of this asteroid, okay, asteroid belt, is known as Jovian planet. In the gap between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter, we can see these type of small particle of rocks which is floating in the space. Okay, there are more than 7,50,000 rock objects of different size. Some of these are big as 1 kilometer, some of them are very small. These objects revolve around the sun and are known as asteroid. This is known as asteroid. They form a wide ring in between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, which is known as asteroid belt. Actually, this is a picture of asteroid belt. Okay, this is asteroid belt present in between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. This is also asteroid belt. It is a picture of asteroid belt. Okay, and these are the rocky particles which are present in the asteroid belt, which is floating in the space in between the orbit of Mars and Jupiter. Understood, class? Now see over here, these rocks of different size are simply floating in the space. Right? They are not having a particular shape as well, neither they are in rounded shape. See, in this way, this rocky particle present in all around the orbit of Mars and Jupiter, in between the Mars and Jupiter. Though these asteroids are very small, some of them are of medium size, they can be seen through with the help of telescope, but they are too small to be called as a planet, so they are sometimes referred to as a minor planet. Sometime an asteroid may come close to the earth, but chances of asteroid colliding with Earth is very small. Okay, when it will come close to the Earth, it will hit the surface of the planet like this. But the chances of this to happen is very less. Okay, now the next is meteors. You might have seen a bright streak of light. Okay, see over here, these are meteors. These are meteors. These are several pictures of meteors. Okay, class. So you may have seen a bright streak of light in the night sky coming toward the earth and then vanishing soon. This is often called shooting star or falling star because it looked like that stars are falling from the sky to the ground. These are small objects that enter in the earth atmosphere with a very high speed. These objects are called meteors. You can see these are entering into the earth atmosphere, okay, with very high speed, and these are termed as meteors. These objects are termed as meteors due to the high speed with which the meteors are entering into the earth atmosphere. Earth atmosphere is having lots of molecule over there, and because of the speed they are moving inside the earth, but the atmosphere provide resistance, and due to friction the heat is generated, and the meteors will heat up and it will start it to glow and evaporate after getting burned. The evaporating and moving meteor look like a streak of light which is falling from the sky into the earth. Okay, and most of the meteor mainly get vanished before it hit the earth surface. Some of them are able to hit the earth surface by colliding it, but not all of them are able to do it. Okay, so when these small particle falling from the sky get completely evaporated, they are known as meteors. The second term is meteoroids. Some of the meteors when enter the earth atmosphere, they are big enough that they do not get evaporated completely. The unevaporated part of the meteor reach to the earth's surface is called meteoroid. Meteoroids are having a great importance for us. Why it is important for us? Because they carry the message from the space about the material of the space, about the content of the material of the space. Okay, if a meteoroid hit the earth's surface and there is a remaining part, it can be analyzed by the scientists of ours. Okay, they will analyze it, they will study, investigate the material or the nature of the material found in the solar system. Understood? In this way the meteoroids are hitting on the earth's surface. The next one is comet. See, this is a comet. Many people in earlier times thought that comet were a sign of mishappening which is going to occur, but nowadays we know that comets are not a sign of mishappening, but they are also a part of our solar system. Basically, the comets are formed from lump of ice and dust. It revolves around the sun in a huge elliptical orbit. You can see over here. This way, it revolves around the sun. Usually, their time period of revolution is very long. Some comet make repeat trip in this inner solar system. Now, a comet is generally a bright head with a long tail. You can see lots of comets, bright head with a long tail. A long streak of tail is present over here. The tail is formed of dust and gases. When a comet comes closer enough to the sun, the length of its tail grow in size. See, when it is coming closer to the sun, its tail size grow, which we even can see from the earth. The tail of the comet is always directed away from the sun. In this diagram, it is very much clear that the tail is always in away direction from the sun. The tail of some comet can be millions of miles long. One of the most commonly known comet is Halley's Comet, which repeat its visit in the inner solar system at every 76 years. Their last visit was in 1986, and we can calculate when it is going to come again for their next visit, right? Now, after comet, we have to study about, see over here, these are the beautiful pictures of comet. Now, next we have to study about artificial satellite. Now, natural satellite we have discussed. The natural satellites are those which is present in the space, which is a celestial body which revolve around a planet. Now, what is artificial satellite then? Artificial satellite is an object that revolve around a planet, okay, and it is made by scientists have been designing some object and sending them out to revolve around the earth in their fixed orbit for some special purpose. Such objects are called man-made satellite or artificial satellite. You can see over here, this is a picture of various artificial satellite, right? The artificial satellite may revolve around the earth much closer than the moon. The orbit of artificial satellite is much smaller than the orbit of moon. Artificial satellite help us to communicate with people all over the world through email, fax, ISD calls, or chatting on the internet. They also enable our television to receive signals of the live cricket match being played at some country. Beside telecommunication, satellite is also designed for weather forecasting, studying other planets as well. Also help in remote sensing. Remote sensing is a technique which help in finding out unseen sources of petroleum to detect the fishes population at any point on deep ocean. It is helpful in locating the presence of various minerals deposited in the earth crust. The first ever artificial satellite was launched by Soviet Union on 4th October 1957. Sergei Korolev was the chief designer of this satellite, and it was named as Sputnik 1. Okay, it helped in identifying the density of atmospheric layer through the measurement of its orbital change. The first Indian satellite, which was named as Aryabhatta. Okay, this was the first satellite that was made by Indians, and it was named after a great mathematician and astrologers of ancient time. The satellite developed by Indian Space Research Organization, it is also termed as ISRO, and was launched by Soviet Union on 19th of April 1975. Understood? This was the beginning era of launching the artificial satellite in India. Okay class, now we have finished the discussion of the chapter of stars and the solar system. Next in our video we will talk about the question answer. Up to then, have a nice day everyone.